All right, so we're back. Actually, for the second time in person, only because the podcast that we recorded on Tuesday or Wednesday, Tuesday, I guess.
Tuesday, yes.
Yeah, we couldn't hear Krista
Technical
at
difficulties.
all. But I think we're good, hopefully.
Oh my gosh.
So shout out to Danny again because she left us to work and apparently doesn't have any time for us anymore. We've been neglected.
That's okay.
Yeah. Hopefully she hears us and is like, I need to go. I need to come back. I miss it. So yeah.
And we both have big news. Jen and Jamie
Yeah.
had a granddaughter, and Jay-Z and I both had a granddaughter as well.
And they both have the name Sloan in their name, which is ridiculous. You have to ask where they got the name from because I'd be
Right.
curious if it was Ferris Bueller or Grey's Anatomy or
I
something
don't
else.
know. Because the other two names, they have Camellia and Everest. And Camellia is the flower, I believe. I think it's a Japanese flower, and they had her in Japan.
Oh,
And then Everest, I believe, was born in California, and I think they named her after Mount Everest.
how cute is that?
And then I don't know where they got Sloan from.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
have to ask them, but yeah,
Yeah. Ours came from Ferris Bueller. So
I love it. That's great.
it's cute.
That's awesome. I like that better than coming from Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. Agreed. Except I feel bad because McSteamy has
I
ALS, which is very
know.
sad
It is
to think.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
My best friend's mother-in-law passed away from ALS.
Yeah. It's a horrible, horrible disease. Ugh.
Very debilitating.
Yeah. All right. So what do you got today?
Well, I got a couple little stories that I found. And I was looking on AP News website, and I really don't like that website, but they had a couple kind of funny, weird stories that I found. One of these stories, it said millions of coins, dimes to be exact, spilt on a Texas highway this week. $800,000 of dimes rolled over in an accident on the interstate.
Like, were they loose?
It sounds like there was a picture, and there were people picking up coins out of the grass, like the median and on the road. It says that the spillage led to the closure for a portion of southbound lanes. Half of the day, the workers got on their hands and knees to pick up the coins.
It only took a half a day.
Well, and they said it happened at 5:30 a.m. and the highway opened at 7 p.m. That's a
Oh,
full day to
that's
me.
a full day.
I mean, considering the highway's open 24/7 or
Yeah.
whatever, I guess that's considered a half day for the interstate. But, it said that the driver and passenger were transferred to a hospital. I guess the truck had probably jackknifed, and this was 80 miles northwest of Dallas.
Oh my God.
And, basically, the tractor trailer appears to be part of the fleet of trucks operated by Western Distributing Transportation Corporation, which has a division that moves cargo for the government in armored vehicles with armed personnel.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that was pretty interesting. And then the US Mint says on its website that it's the nation's sole manufacturer of legal tender coins, a message left with the agency on Thursday, but they didn't return it. So,
I'd rather be dimes than animals.
I agree.
Like, I feel bad when like pigs
Or chicken
yes.
truck or horses or cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really gory.
That bugs me. I don't
But
like
the
that.
dimes, I mean, can you imagine
No.
being
'Cause you
called out
can't
for
even
that?
well, they're not even magnetized, right? So you can't even get like a magnet finder or thing and go pick them up. Like it would have to be hand picked up.
They literally said brooms and shovels and large industrial vacuums.
Oh, that reminds me of when my dog back in the day ripped apart, I don't maybe 2 pillows, but it literally looked like 40 chickens and like you can't suck them up. Like I had one of the big sucks, like
Yeah.
the big water wet vacs,
Yeah.
and you'd suck up like 3, feathers, and then all of a sudden it's full. And it didn't look like you were making a dent into anything. It was the worst cleanup I've ever done of anything.
Kylo's shredded a couple dog beds, and it's the foam, it's the egg crates.
Oh yeah.
That was a pain in the butt to clean up too.
Yeah.
It was a menace.
Okay. So my first story, and this actually came across because I got a TMZ pop up about because on our first podcast we talked about people having conjugal visits in jail. And so this one was, it said that the label was like the scream teacher isn't allowed to have conjugal visits and or porn in jail. And I'm like, okay,
Scream
let's
teacher.
see what this is. Yeah. So Brittany Fortenberry out of Martinsville, Indiana, is in jail because she is facing 29 felony charges for initial 29 total felonies up to 262 years if convicted. So the initial charges were 3 counts of sexual misconduct with a minor. She's a teacher. 1 count of dissemination of harmful material, 1 count of contributing to delinquency of a minor. So once that came out, so she started with this school in Indiana in October. November, the kid went to, I think he's 13 years old, I think, or maybe younger than that, 10 maybe, went to his grandmother in November and told her what was going on. Well, then, since then, as of February, there's like 10 more counts that have come out with this. So she is accused of grooming them with gifts. So footballs, gear, vape, drugs.
Oh my
She was putting
God.
mushrooms in peanut butter sandwiches, marijuana and alcohol, and cash. She was giving them $100 to $800 for explicit
Where
photos.
was she getting this money from?
She used Snapchat to send explicit videos and photos of herself, including sex toys and others.
How old are these kids?
They're between 10 boys aged 13 to 15
Oh my God.
between 2023 2024.
This is recent.
Yeah. She allegedly coerced group sex, including a disturbing incident where boys wore scream masks. So that's where the scream teacher
Oh.
during a gangbang at her house. She forced reluctant boys to watch her sexual acts, saying, "Just let it happen," and threatened suicide if they reported her. So she abused boys after putting her kids to bed and sometimes even using a teen babysitter as a victim. So she is in Morgan County Jail, cut off from sexual activity.
Where's
She's
Morgan County?
Morgan County, Indiana, I'm
Okay.
assuming, because that's where she's from.
Okay.
And she's actually in a cell. Like normally there are 2 to a cell. She's in a cell by herself. Like they're not even letting her
Right.
near anybody. I guess because they think she has these like sexual things.
She would probably do something to her roommates.
Court order prohibits contact with victims. Well, she's in jail, but 1,000 feet distance from their home, school, or workplaces. She's banned from possessing any weapons, and her bond increased, requested from 20,000 to 150,000 due to case severity.
That's it, though.
That's it.
That's not much.
It's not much. And so her husband now, so she has a husband who is going after. They have a 4-year-old child. I haven't found if it's a girl or a boy. But she's in custody with a bond hearing that happened April 3rd, and the trial is set for June 25th. I hope this is one that's kind of on TV because I'd like to watch it. And then Wagner Reese Law Firm filed a tort claim against MSD, which is the school district she worked for, Martinsville, whatever, alleging negligence in hiring Brittany, seeking $700,000 per assault for one victim. And they said that they're not claiming negligence because when they did a background check, they didn't find anything. But I guess there was something on file that said that she was too mothering to when she was in another school district.
Oh my
so whatever that
God.
meant. So her husband, he filed for divorce in February of 2025, seeking custody of their 4-year-old daughter, but he is also has charges against them for intimidation and failure to report, with potential for more charges. He was released on $600 bail, but he knew about Brittany's abuse and threatened victims, telling a 13-year-old boy he'd kill you in front of your family or slaughter him if he spoke out. He advised victims to wait until they're 16 to report or, delaying disclosures. He was present during some incidents at their home where police found a stripper pole, sex toys, and corroborating the victim's claims. And, when asked why he didn't report this, it was obviously to protect his family and his job and whatever, and might have been coerced by Brittany. But yeah, so she is in jail for 10 counts.
I feel like he should be charged like an accessory.
100%.
Why is he free? He should be in jail also.
Yeah. I mean, if you knew about what was going on, but then I started, you go down the rabbit hole, right? Like, and you hear about all these women, and they're not bad looking women who are having relations with these boys.
They're
Like,
just
what?
sick in the head,
Oh my God, it's
or they
disgusting.
have a history of something that happened to them when they were younger, probably.
And then how is this man even going to get custody of that
Oh,
child?
that poor child's gonna go in the system or go
Oh,
to
can you
a
imagine?
yeah. I hope that child. Honestly, I hope a kid goes in the system because the dad sounds like a piece of shit too.
Yeah. Yeah. He's sitting there
So
just letting it happen and
yeah.
I'll kill you or slaughter you or, oh my God, can
What
you
if that happened
imagine?
to his kid?
Oh, I can't. It's just beyond me. Like, I just don't even know what goes through people's minds.
How do you do that?
And how does it even start? Like,
I
how, like,
know.
what is the first conversation where you have with 13 to 15-year-olds about a gangbang wearing scream masks?
Do they even know what Scream is? That movie is like so old. They weren't even born yet. Like their parents are teenagers when that
Yeah.
came out. Like
Yeah.
if I asked my kid if he knew what Scream was, he'd probably be like, "No, I don't." I mean, he might, but
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
yeah,
Ugh.
that movie's so old.
Yeah. So that was my one story for today that just
Speaking of like big age group, like older, younger dating, have you seen the shit show with Bill Belichick and his girlfriend?
I saw the interview where she's like, "We're not talking about that."
When they asked how they met,
Yes.
supposedly they met on an airplane.
Yes. And which
Why is it a big
why is it a
secret?
big secret?
Yeah, who
Exactly.
cares?
Yeah.
And then Caleb told me today that UNC, where Belichick is going to be coaching,
Yeah.
banned her from the facilities because she's a distraction of his legacy.
Well, and that's what people are saying. Like she's basically like carrying him around by the balls. Like he has no
Like
say in anything.
how? Why?
Oh,
Just
come
because?
look at him. I mean, how old is he? And she's
Yeah,
what, 24?
she's 50 years younger than
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's 76. She's like 24, 25.
That's exactly why. I mean, he's not giving that up. Are you kidding me? What do you do?
He's like the laughing stock right now.
It is. It's embarrassing.
It's so embarrassing. It's almost like he has like dementia and like he can't make decisions for himself, that he needs this girl to take care of him. It's kind of
Well, she's
sad.
probably, I mean, she's obviously a narcissist and she's totally probably gaslighting him. I can't say. Maybe they have a great relationship and she's
Oh
and she's
no,
wonderful
God,
to
no.
him.
Oh no.
But I mean, when you see them out in public and stuff like that, it's just in the one interview, like, why did you see him?
Yeah, the same one. We had a ripped sweatshirt on.
Yeah, like it was all. What was that?
I think she's trying to make him look trendier. I don't know, like ripped jeans or like a I don't know what's the word. Anyways, like like your jeans are all ripped or whatever, vintage. I don't know.
Yeah,
It just made him look homeless.
it really did. It really did. Like I thought maybe it was like a pre-air, like a like a pre-rehearsal.
Practice.
Yeah.
No, that was the real.
That's embarrassing.
I know.
It really is. But what do you do? I mean, he should know better. But
You would think.
if you're getting it, right?
I know. Oh, that's disgusting. That's so awful.
Well, not for
Sorry.
him.
I know.
And not for her one day.
Right.
The will's probably already changed.
Oh God, I hope not.
Oh, I bet it is.
I hope not.
I bet it is.
Terrible. Anywho, that was side note. So I found this article about this nice little half marathon that happened in Beijing. And thousands of robots, they said thousands of robots ran along actual human beings for this half marathon in the Chinese capital on Saturday. Bipedal robots. So I guess bipedal means that they have just 2 feet. They can't be fours. They can't be on their fours. It's just two.
I'm
Yeah.
glad there's limitations.
Right. I know.
Oh my God.
Makes various makes and sizes navigated the 13.1 mile course, supported by teams of human navigators and operators and engineers.
Well, they have to, right?
Yeah.
Because robots go off and start killing people.
Right. And yeah, I guess they have
they
like
have the
remote
remote
controls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
As a precaution, a divider separated the parallel courses by the robots and people. Because Lord knows you don't want to be trampled by a robot.
So creepy.
This is what one of the robots look like. I cut her off, but
Ew. Don't you see those on like TikTok, like those little faces like that? That's just creepy.
that's what one of the yeah. And then it said while flesh and blood participants followed conventional rules, the 20 teams fielding machines in the humanoid robot half marathon competed under tailored guidelines, which included battery swap pit stops. The Sky Project Ultra Robot, also known as I don't know how to say that, Ten Kung Ultra from Ten Kung Team, claimed victory among the non-humans, crossing the finish line in 2 hours and 40 minutes and 42 seconds. It's pretty quick.
Well, I mean, are they being tested for like having turbo mode?
I don't know. It says all awards were given out for the best endurance, best gate design, and most innovative form. There's another picture of like so the operators, I believe, are running along with the robots.
Oh my God. That is just,
Isn't that just the creepiest thing ever?
and this is why Elon's trying to get life on Mars. So when the robots take over down here, we can go to Mars.
And then they said like there was a show, four-legged robots perform before the awards ceremony. And these are like dogs, like scary looking headless robot dogs.
Oh,
And look at them on the bottom playing with the kids.
I don't like that.
It's like the creepiest thing ever. Like
I don't like that.
and then there was I don't know if you've seen the show Black Mirror.
I was going to talk about that today. Which episode?
So the one where her husband died, it's like season 2, I think. Her husband died and he died in a car accident, I think. And then it was her sister or something was like, "Here, contact this company and you can talk to him on the telephone." And so she ended up talking to him on the telephone, right? And then she ordered a robot or not like a him again, like a robot or whatever, and it came in this box. And she opened it, and there he was laying in the box. And you had to put him in the bathtub to kind of get him
Puff them up.
moisturized. Yeah, basically. And then he was like him, but he really wasn't. It was his voice. It was actually him. Like she would, and it felt like a human being. And then one scene, they were laying in bed, and he was like doing something, and she's like, "Can you try and go to sleep? Can you pretend to go to sleep?" Because it didn't go to sleep. It didn't shut down.
Oh my God.
And then I can't remember exactly how it ended, but it was like the creepiest ass shit. I've just
Have you ever seen the show Upload?
no.
It's actually really cute and it's a comedy and I think they have 2 or 3 seasons, but it's like that. So it's kind of futuristic, not really, but kind of like he's riding in a it's really not a spoiler because it happens in the first episode, but he's riding to work in a self-driving car
Uh huh.
and he comes from a very rich family and all of a sudden the car's not going where it needs to go and it wrecks and he dies. But when you die, you upload. So you go into a different dimension and your family can come and see you basically on credits. Like you can like they can kind of like you're in jail. They can send you money
Uh huh.
and depending on how much money you have is how what you can do throughout this thing
Oh my
and you have these
god.
people behind the scenes that are controlling you, like controlling what happens to you. It's a really cute show, but yeah, it's called Upload, so it's kind of like the same thing. But did you see that other news story with that family who the husband was killed? What carjacker was he killed by a carjacker? And when they went to trial, you know how like the people get up at the end and do like the family
Mm-hmm,
statements?
mm-hmm.
The sister, and she didn't tell anybody else she was doing this, took I guess it was her brother, took his image and put an AI voice to it and did his statement to to the whole courtroom and the family. Like the family had no idea. So the family reacted just like that. Like, here's his voice.
That's
It
creepy.
was very creepy. And like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, is it like, okay, is it moving because here you have the actual person's
No.
voice,
No,
but you're
no.
still putting words to it?
Yeah, no.
But like, but he was sitting there saying, you know, like, I forgive him for what he did. And blah,
No. How does she know he forgave him? Come
based
on.
on the person he is, that's what they said. But yeah, I mean, it was just a little too much. That's so funny you brought up Black Mirror.
Just let him rest in peace.
Yeah.
Did you see the one episode where you could see your memories?
That's the one I wanted to talk about. That's the one I just saw. So we turned it on. We didn't realize we started with like season 7.
Yes, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we went back to season 1. So we just watched the one with the memories.
Okay, so you'll see the one that I was just talking about eventually.
And I was going to ask you, like, what do you think about that?
No. I don't want anybody to see my memories.
Well, listen, here's the selfish part of me, right? Like, I would love like having a discussion with Jamie and be like, I know you said that, like you said that, and he's like, no, I didn't know, I didn't be able to rewind. Yeah, I definitely want that.
But I don't want to rewind to like when I was in college or
oh my god,
I don't. No. Then that could be used against you.
Oh, for sure.
I don't want that.
And the fact that they could put it up on a screen.
Yes, for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Oh, and their eyes get all weird. Like,
yeah. Well, that was going to be my question. Like, if you could pick a superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I don't know, honestly.
I thought about that when I saw that show, because it would be, I mean, okay, to be able to rewind and just see things that happened, and if it wasn't used like that, like how he did with his wife and stuff, like that was just.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the show.
Yeah, but
it's on Netflix and every episode is different. So
yes.
And there's like, well, you said seven seasons.
But each season's like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's not, but you're just, it's like a mind blown, like this crap could actually happen.
Yes.
It is just the craziest thing.
Did you watch any of season 7?
No. So when I started it, like, and this is really crazy, like I couldn't sleep one night and I went downstairs to turn the TV on. And I started watching it. I'm like, oh, this is, I'm like, this is a great show to watch when I can't sleep, because now I really can't damn sleep. I think I started on season like 4 or 3 or 4.
Okay.
So then when I started to watch it again, I was like, oh, I never watched season 1 or 2. So I haven't finished it. I can only take it in small doses.
It is, because it's very, I don't even know what the word is, but it makes you anxious. Like, it just makes you feel one of the episodes, and I'll give you the spoiler on this because it was just bizarre, but I can totally see this happening one day. Is this lady had she ended up having a tumor in her brain, and they, their prognosis was not good. She was young, and this company can basically take your memories, take everything out of your mind.
Oh, I think I saw that episode.
And they kept upgrading.
Yes,
like you had to keep upgrading.
Yes, like your phone.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and you had to keep paying
to upgrade,
and they were going broke because they
had to pay, or you had ads.
Yes. It's like basically getting YouTube or Hulu with ads or without ads.
Yep.
Yeah, it is the craziest, and that could happen.
Yeah, and I think that's the only thing that made us realize that we had to go back to season 1, because we're like, is this the same? Like, what's going on here? Then we realized they were all totally separate things. Yeah, just bizarre.
There's one, I don't know, there's one episode that you'll probably eventually see it, but it's basically 2 best friends, 2 guys, and they're doing virtual reality, and one was a guy in the virtual reality and one was a girl in the virtual reality, and they ended up like having sex in the virtual reality. I know. And then like in the real world, it was like really awkward, but they were like addicted to like being in the virtual reality and being with each other. Like it was
I will tell you what. So we have the VR headsets, and Deb Dalton and Heather Mullet have them, and they were telling us that when they went into one of the rooms, that there were people like messing around on the couches. Like, it's just insane. It's insane. And then the other episode was the girl girls from high school. The one went to go work with the other one,
Mhm.
and there was something weird about her, and she had that thing, that necklace or the clicker thing, but that's what they also used with the eyeballs, that she could just talk into it and change the narrative of anything that was going on. Did you see that one? Oh
No.
yeah, watch that one. That one's because like literally you and I sitting here, and I could be like, go in the bedroom and kill Jamie and make it look like you did it, and you would get up and do it, and
Oh my
yeah, like
god.
crazy, and you wouldn't. It was kind of like the Mandela effect, how we talked about one
Yes,
time, where
yes.
the girl's like, I know that it was spelled Barney's, Barnies. And everybody's like, no, it's Bernie's. It's always been Bernie's. She's like, my husband worked there. I know how it was spelled. And
Right.
she went online to look and it wasn't there. She went home and his hat had BE, not BA. And it was like this girl was erasing and changing everything to make her look crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Just insane.
It's and then there's another episode where basically like you get in an Uber or you encounter somebody at the grocery store and you basically you rate them like right there. Yeah,
Oh
you
my
give them stars
God.
and they see it. And like you could give them 1 star or you can give them 5 stars. And it literally, or if you like walking down the street and you don't like the way that person looks, you can rate them 1.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? So the star of the show, the episode, she like gets to the point where she goes crazy because I think because she doesn't get invited to one of her friends' weddings or somebody or a popular person's wedding because she didn't have a high enough rating.
Oh my
So it's
God.
like going on Facebook and posting and like, oh, I didn't get a bunch of likes, like you're all crazy because you didn't get likes.
Can you imagine that in real life? Like in traffic, especially
Oh
down
dear
here? I mean, can
God.
you imagine?
I would
Oh
be
my
one
God.
starring every asshole around me.
And then you'd be, if someone's going to shoot you for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Especially if your little picture pops up.
Yes. Yeah. That's that you'll get to the episode too, but I won't tell you the ending, but that's what the premises was. It's crazy.
All right. Well, let's get into some weird reality
Oh boy.
stories. Okay. So in late April 2023 in Old Bridge, New Jersey, there was discovered approximately 500 pounds of uncooked pasta, which included macaroni, spaghetti, and ziti,
Uncooked.
uncooked. And they
Okay.
were dumped along this brook. Like it was like 25 feet of just mounds of pasta. And they called it the Great Pasta Gate of 2023. And people were like, first they thought it was cooked, but then because it had been there, so it was kind of moist a little bit. But then once they looked at it, it was all uncooked.
Uh-huh.
And so they couldn't figure out what it was. Well, then months later, it came that it was a military veteran who was cleaning out his late mother's home, who was a hoarder. And she hoarded large quantities of boxed pasta. And he was so overwhelmed by it. And I guess this
I would be
town,
too. What would you do with it?
well, right. But I guess this town was, they did not have a bulk pickup, which came to light. But he was so overwhelmed by it that he just took them and dumped them all down there. So they're not pressing any charges against this guy.
I mean, it's biodegradable, right? It's not like it's gonna pollute the.
I don't, is it biodegradable? I mean, I guess it
It's
would
just
depend.
flour and eggs and.
I guess. I mean, think about what you're feeding. Well, they were worried about it getting into the water and like clogging the water systems and stuff like that. But the mayor came on calling it one of the fastest cleanups. And then they're re-looking into their bulk pickup.
That's hilarious. I talked about dimes. You talk about pasta.
Yeah, I know. So the next story is a Dutch court ordered Jonathan Jacob Meyer, I guess his name is, a 41-year-old musician to stop donating sperm, saying after he fathered between 550 and 600 children worldwide.
Wasn't there a Netflix?
Well, there was. And so the guidelines limiting donors to 25 children with 12 mothers, which that's still kind of a lot.
That is a lot.
Especially if it's different mothers. But the ruling came after a civil lawsuit by the Donor Kind Foundation and a mother named Eva, who argued that Meyer's extensive donations created a vast kinship network and risking accidental incest. So he did sue Netflix over the docuseries, the man with 1,000 kids, which suggested he may have fathered up to 3,000, but he
God.
admitted to fathering at least 550 kids because he would go to different towns, use aliases, and donate.
They get
So
paid for that?
yeah, they
Yeah, they get
do.
yeah.
So they imposed a $100,000 fine per violation and ordered him to request the destruction of his stored semen, except for doses reserved for parents already using it. So whether this guy just, I mean, I can't imagine you get paid that much, but, or he's just loves having his
Oh,
people. But I mean, can you imagine like
no.
meeting somebody and being like, yeah, you kind of look familiar?
Yeah, no. No.
Do you have another story?
I have some fun facts, but go ahead. I have some fun facts after you're done.
The next story is an Israeli food tech company. In April of 2023, they created the world's first 3D printed ready to cook fish fillet. So
Ew, what?
yep, they use cultivated grouper cells, and it's called Umami Meats, extracted stem cells from grouper, growing them into muscle and fat in a lab. These cells are mixed with a plant-based ingredients to create a bio ink used by stakeholders specialized in 3D printer. The result is a narrow fillet that mimics the flaky texture, taste, and mouthfeel of sea caught fish, requiring no incubation or maturation post printing, unlike cultivated meats, obviously. The process addresses environmental concerns as nearly 90% of global marine fish stocks are overfished or depleted. But the filet was showcased at a tasting event in Israel, attended by high profile figures like Prime Minister Benjamin, whatever his name is, with
Netanyahu.
claims it flakes. Huh? Say it again?
Netanyahu?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
Prime Minister of Israel.
I don't know.
Come on.
The,
I'm just kidding.
the companies aim to enhance nutritional content like omega-3 fatty acids and plan to launch in Singapore in 2024. I guess I got to see if
Aye.
they did, followed by markets in US and Japan pending regulatory approval. They had a picture of it and it was like just this white thing, and then it looked like they deep fried it and put, oh,
That's disgusting.
that was really gross.
I mean, I know they can 3D print like organs and
Everything. They can 3D print everything.
I mean, but a fit like food?
Food, yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work just for a damn fish fillet.
And you got to wonder how long it takes.
And what are they doing to grow it in a petri dish? Like
Yeah.
chemicals and no.
No, just gross.
I would rather go without, frankly. I wouldn't miss fish anyways.
No, I agree with you. And then my last story, this is April 2024. Erica de Souza Vieira Nunes is a 42-year-old Brazilian woman who went with her uncle to a bank in, I think it's Rio de Janeiro, I think it was, for him to co-sign a loan for her. US money, it was like $3,250. The security footage shows Nunes propping her uncle's head up, which kept slumping,
Oh my
in
god.
attempt to place a pen in his limp hand.
He was
Yeah,
dead.
He was dead. He was dead. So, and she was talking to him like, Uncle, are you listening? Like, you have to sign this or else, I can't sign for you. You have to sign for yourself. And they said that he was white, pale, and they have the video, and like some of the people went over to him, was like talking to him like, are you okay? Do you need us to call an ambulance for you? And of course he wasn't responding. And so the one person said, I don't think he's well.
You don't say.
So they called an ambulance, and the paramedics confirmed that he had been dead for about 2 hours, and likely from respiratory aspiration and heart failure per the autopsy. But then they started thinking that he was definitely malnourished and thought that maybe he was poisoned. I haven't seen that yet, but just yeah.
Wow.
So she literally put him in a taxi. So they're actually questioning the taxi cab driver to see, did you not like how she picked him
She
up,
dragged his ass.
but he was so little. He was so
Oh
thin.
yeah.
But yeah, so she's charged with attempted theft by fraud and vilification of a corpse,
Yes.
and later investigated for manslaughter. She was released from
Yes.
jail in early May 2024 after a judge revoked her pretrial detention. But they dubbed it, of course, Weekend at Bernie's. But
Yes.
yeah,
That is disgusting.
took her dead uncle
To get
carried
a
him in
loan.
there, like, hey, you have to hold this, and she's like trying to hold his hand, and
That's disgusting.
I mean, at what point are you like, oh wait, I need $3,250?
Get my
We
dead
got
uncle to.
we got to take it to the bank.
Hopefully, she knew his social security number.
Oh God, people are
Whacked.
crazy.
They're whacked. So I have some fun facts for you.
Okay.
Did you know that stomach acid can dissolve razor blades?
No,
That's
kind of creepy.
Isn't that like that's pretty like intense?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to try, but
well, I guess they say that with like anemics, because if they are bulimics, who throws up after they eat? Their
bulimia,
their
yeah,
teeth rot,
and their esophagus. It burns their esophagus.
Yeah,
yeah,
because of the acid.
very nasty.
I wouldn't think a razor blade though.
Right. Some tears are compositionally different than others, such as sad tears, happy tears, and tears from cutting onions.
Like the actual tear is different? Interesting.
Scotland's national Scotland's national animal is the unicorn. I know.
Really?
I know. Finland has as many saunas as cars.
Jesus.
I know, right?
Why?
Because it's cold. I don't know. It's cold there all the time. Some turtles can breathe through their butts.
I like turtles.
I do too. The arteries of a blue whale are so massive that humans can swim through them.
Ew. It's still that video of that kayaker.
Oh, getting
going
swallowed
in
by
that whale's
whale?
mouth and then spit out. What are you thinking during that time?
This is it. I'm dead. This is it. But that whale was probably like, ooh, I don't want a kayak.
Yeah.
Oh. The name Jessica was invented by William Shakespeare.
Oh.
Sunsets on Mars are blue.
That's interesting.
Pilots
How do you know that though?
I don't know. I mean, I guess they have pictures.
From who?
From satellites.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
I want to look that up.
Pilots and co-pilots often eat different meals to prevent food poisoning among their entire flight crew.
Oh, that's a great idea. You never say hi to a pilot if his name's Jack.
Oh, God. Here we go with the dad jokes. That was for you, Danny. That was for you.
We may have to explain it.
Yeah.
Hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Yeah. Don't say that to a pilot.
Oh, okay. Yep. Hello. Snakes can predict earthquakes.
I can understand that. Yeah.
Because
they're so close to the ground.
Yep. Saudi Arabia imports camels from Australia.
Why? Do they need them? Is it like something they need? I guess transportation, right?
Maybe. Yeah.
I didn't know Australia had camels.
I don't know. Me, the kangaroos. I didn't know.
What about the jacked up kangaroos? Like the ones that look like they're bodybuilders. That is the most like horrifying thing to look at because it looks alien. It does look alien. Yeah, for sure.
And scary. It's frightening.
Does look scary. Yeah.
Since its discovery in 1930, Pluto has yet to complete a full orbit around the sun and won't until 2078.
Oh, wow. We won't even be here.
Nope. Central Park in New York City is bigger than the entire country of Monaco.
Wow.
This blew my mind. Texas is larger than any individual country in Europe.
Oh my God, really?
I know. I thought like Sweden is pretty big.
Is Texas the biggest state?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I think it might be bigger than California. California, I think, is just long.
Yeah.
I want to say Texas is probably the biggest state. Several regions, including Sweden, Italy, and Mecca, previously banned or have tried to ban coffee.
Well, that's rude. I'm not even a big coffee drinker, but
Oh, especially Italy,
yeah.
California, and Canada.
Well, they don't really need coffee because aren't they one of the cities that they take naps and only work like 3
That's
days a
Spain.
week? Oh,
Well, in Italy is cappuccinos.
oh, that's true.
Yeah, and espressos.
Mm-hmm.
California and Canada both have about the same number of residents. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Canada's huge.
But they
Why would
probably
you
have
want to live
some.
in California?
I know.
That's a whole different thing.
I know. It's a whole different podcast. In the 1800s, ketchup used to be sold as medicine.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Penguins can survive without fresh water. They have a gland that filters out the excess salt from their bloodstream whenever they intake seawater.
And that's interesting.
That's why penguins are badass.
I wonder if that's like alligators. They go in brackish water and also salt water, don't they?
Maybe, yeah.
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 Penguins are so cute.
I know. I love them. Honey never expires.
Okay.
People spend 6 years of their lives dreaming.
Mm,
That's a long time.
that is a long time.
Wyoming only has 2 escalators in their entire state.
Oh, wow.
The global human population is currently over 8 billion people. That means each person shares their birthday with another 20 million people or so.
20 million. That's weird. Did you ever Google your name?
Mm-mm. How many people have it?
Yeah.
No, that'd be weird. I'm sure way more people have your name than my name. That's for sure.
Well, Jennifer Miller, yes, but that's why I didn't go by that. But Jennifer Bash, there are. I
Oh,
don't
you
remember.
mean Google your whole name?
Yeah,
Oh,
your first
yeah.
and last name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, my name had a book about it.
Yeah.
What was it, like popular names of the 70s? Jennifer, it was called Beyond Jennifer and Jason.
Oh,
Honestly.
God.
Yeah.
The name Muhammad, including its different variations of spelling, ranked globally as the most popular first name last year at 133 million people.
Wow.
Maria was the next common name at 61 million people.
Jeez.
And the last one I have is scallops have the most eyes compared to any other organism in the world, having about 200 eyes along the edge of their shell.
What do they look like? Like, what does this? I don't know what other than being cooked. Are they like in like an oyster shell?
Yeah, they're in the. So if you see the shells that kind of go like this and have like a little like that,
Oh,
that's
a
a scallop shell.
Okay, and their eyes are on the shell.
I guess so. I guess they're lined on the inside.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like scallops, so it doesn't really bother me.
I can't do anything that has a face. Like, don't give me the shrimp that
With the head on it?
Yeah, with the head, or
Or a whole
or like
fish.
they do the salmon and like cut out the middle and leave the head and the tail. That just don't. Just I don't want it looking at me.
Although a whole fried fish is really good, though. Like they just fry the whole entire fish.
Yeah, we were at Deep Lagoon, and they brought one of those out right behind us.
Yeah, they're pretty tasty. I mean, the eyeballs and
But why do you gotta?
I know.
Don't bring that part.
I know. Just leave the eyeballs out.
Yeah, like I could never pick my own lobster. I would feel so guilty.
They scream. Have you ever heard them?
I don't. Yes,
yeah, that's terrible.
Yes,
I know.
I can't. I just.
That's really bad.
Yeah, no.
I know.
All right, so now we are ready for.
This is BS.
All right, what's your BS today?
So I was watching the new Beetlejuice yesterday, and the mom, Delia, right, the actress, also played Moira in Schitt's Creek. So
Love
it's BS when I watch a movie or a TV show and all I can think of that was that character that played in, like Moira. Like she was Moira to me. She wasn't Delia.
Yeah.
I mean, although she was Delia before Moira came about, but she will always be Moira. And then the girl that played Winona Ryder's daughter, she was Wednesday in the Netflix series.
Oh, yeah.
So she will always be Wednesday to me.
Yeah.
So that's what's BS to me, is that these people that play these characters will always be that character no matter what other character they play.
That's
like
why you
another
don't
one.
look up Spencer Reed.
Right. Like another one, like Christian Bale. Like, even when he played Batman, he will always be the crazy man from American Psycho. Always. Have you ever seen American
No.
Psycho? Watch American Psycho. It is.
Is it like a daytime movie, not a nighttime movie?
It's neither. It's just
It's mind.
It's just you're. I can't even describe it. It's just whacked.
But it's not scary.
No, it's not scary.
Okay.
It's kind of like on the cheesy side. I mean, he is a psycho, but it's not scary like that.
Okay.
You should watch it.
Okay.
But every time I see him in a movie or whatever, he will always be that Patrick Bates or Patrick somebody in American Psycho.
They need to bring back Schitt's Creek. I'm sorry, but that show, I loved that show.
They're supposed to. I think they were.
I kept talking
kind
about
of
it,
teasing that they were going to bring it back, but I had to give that show 3 times, 3 chances.
I did too. I not 3 chances. The whole way through 3 chances?
No. The first episode was 3 chances.
Yes, I agree with you. And had it not been for COVID, we probably wouldn't have done it. But I think we got through like 3rd episode, and I'm like, I just can't do this. Thank God it was only 30 minutes. And then once we got into it, I cried at the end.
Yes. Oh, I bawled like a baby.
My God.
I bawled like a baby.
Yeah. That was just such a good character developing show, and just had all the feels, had everything about it. It was fantastic.
I love that the father was David's father in real life, and then the sister was whatever her name is, Twyla.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they were all so good in that show.
It was a great show. I loved it.
All right, so my BS is the popcorn setting on a microwave. So, like, you put a bag of popcorn in, right? And you hit, like, I've done it where, you put it in and you put it in for like 2 minutes, whatever, and not on the popcorn setting, and it basically burns.
Yes, right.
And then you put it in on the popcorn setting, but then if you let it go without doing anything, you don't get everything popped.
Right.
So now I have to hit the popcorn setting and then add an additional 30 seconds, but then watch it because it can't go the full 30 seconds. It can only go like an additional 10 seconds, and then it's perfect. So
that's high maintenance popcorn.
Ridiculous.
Just for a bag of popcorn.
Just for a bag that I don't even like. I love eating popcorn, but it kills my belly. But I just love eating popcorn.
Why do you eat it then?
Because I just like it. Like I like.
Is it the butter? What do you get? The buttered?
I like. Yeah. Oh yeah. I get the buttered, but
it's the non-buttered.
No, I want
put your own butter on there.
The kernels that hurt my belly. I think. Oh yeah. No, it's just I don't know what it is, but yeah. But the popcorn setting on a microwave drives me crazy.
And then if you burn it, your whole house smells like burnt ass popcorn.
It's the worst thing ever. And it's not even like you can take the stuff that's on the bottom and scrape it out.
Oh no, it contaminates the whole bag.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, everything for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Totally
disgusting.
Gross. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for today.
Let's hope this one works this time.
Hopefully we recorded this one.
Oh my God.
All right, Danny. So that was us without you. If you hated it, then you need to come back.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. If you loved it, we still missed you. So
I still want you to come back.
Oh, Jesus. What did we do last time?
The heart. I can't even do it.
There we go. Heart, Danny. We miss you. Love you. Come see us soon. Bye.